I set a budget of $800 to build the best gaming PC possible in 2025. And the performance I got for this price is actually insane. Alright guys, so you guys saw in the intro, this PC build generally is probably the best build I'm going to be doing on my channel. $800 is like the perfect price range to build something powerful but yet affordable at the same exact time. And we're going to be building such a good PC in this video. So let's just go ahead and go over all the parts that we're going to be getting. And also guys, don't worry because it's going to be super beginner friendly, super easy to copy this build if you guys want to. And yeah, I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a PC. Let's just get right into it. The CPU that I chose for this build is the i5-14600. You can get the KFK. It doesn't really matter because we're going to have a GPU in this build. The letters just stand for if it has integrated graphics or not, but we're going to have a dedicated GPU, so that doesn't matter. As we can see on Amazon brand new, it is about $197, which is probably too expensive for our budget. The used very good is a great option, but I definitely recommend getting it somewhere else where you can get it a little bit cheaper. Like for example, I searched it up right here, and as we can see at Walmart, it's actually only $164. eBay, someone's selling it for $165, but I'm gonna be getting it at Walmart. I mean, $164, you can't really beat that, and that's really the price that we want to be for the CPU in this build. It's the newest generation i5 Intel CPU, so it's super fast, as we will see later on. Motherboard, this is actually an insane deal. Hopefully it's available for you guys. This is the B760M-AAX by Asus, obviously, so it's reliable and it's the Prime version, but it's such a good deal on Amazon right now because as you can see, if we buy it brand new, it's $134, which honestly isn't even a bad deal. But the fact that we can save with the used good and get it for $80, about $55 off, is genuinely insane. That's gonna help out a lot with this budget. I'm gonna link the exact links to everything down below so you guys don't have to try to find it. It's LGA 1700, so it supports the 14th and 13th and 12th generation CPUs. It's also DDR5, so we can have some DDR fast RAM inside of here. It's got USB-C ports. It's got a bunch of ARGB ports as well, so it's pretty updated. It has a lot of capabilities. M.2 slots as well. So yeah, this is just a very good deal. This is what we're gonna be going with for the build. Mostly all ergonomic chairs only work if you sit perfectly still. The second that you lean forward, reach to grab something, or even just shift in your seat, the support disappears. That's the downside of static ergonomics. Your body ends up doing most of the work instead of the chair. That's why the LiberNovo Omni stood out to me, because it's not just ergonomic, it's what they call dynamic ergonomic. Basically, the chair adapts as you move instead of forcing you to stay locked in on one position. And after sitting in it right now, I definitely get what they mean. The coolest thing for me is the bionic flex fit backrest, because everyone's spine has a unique S shape, and the Omni actually adjusts in real time with an electric motor to match yours. When I first sat down in the chair, I could feel the backrest slide and hug into that curve in my lower back. Honestly, it's where I usually get sore, but this chair keeps my posture natural and healthy. It's also got what they call a dynamic support system. It's actually stated that your posture changes up to 13 times an hour, and instead of forcing you to readjust, the Omni uses what they call the SynchroLink mechanism. So basically the seat, back, armrest, and headrest all move together. So when you lean forward or recline all the way back, your whole body stays aligned without you even thinking about it. The headrest tilts automatically, so my eyes stay level with my monitor even if I recline. And with the armrest sliding with me, it just makes it way easier to stay comfortable while gaming or editing. Now, the part that I did not expect to use this much is the Omni Stretch Massage. You can recline all the way back to 160 degrees, tap a button on the armrests, and then the chair gently lifts your lower back to decompress your spine. After a long day of video editing or gaming, it feels super good. It's not like those roller chairs that jab into your spine, but it's more like a light yoga stretch. I've been using it when I take breaks, and it really does reset your posture. Speaking of the recline, the Omni actually goes from 105 degrees all the way to 160 degrees. And I've tried all four of the modes. 105 degrees feels natural for focusing, 120 degrees is great for creative work, 135 degrees is perfect for gaming or like long typing sessions, and 160 degrees basically feels like laying back for a nap. Most chairs that I've had max out at 135 degrees, so this is a really big difference. The comfort level in this chair really comes down to the details as well. The seat cushion uses different layer densities so you don't get pressure on your legs. The armrests are padded but still firm, and the neck rest uses a breathable sponge that's very supportive. I've sat in it for hours and I do not feel any of that usual stiffness. Also guys, I'm 6'8", and this chair is designed for people from 5'2" to 6'3", but it still fits me perfectly fine. Setting up the chair was super easy. It only took me like 15 minutes, and once it's all together, you're done. The massage battery lasts around a month per charge, and the warranty is solid with 5 years on on the frame and 2 years on the electronics. So whether you're a gamer, designer, developer, or just someone who works long hours at your desk, the Omni is going to give you support that these static chairs can't. It adapts as you move, keeps your posture healthy, relieves pressure, and even helps you recharge. If you've been dealing with back pain or just want a healthier and easier way to sit, this chair makes a big difference. The link will be down below if you're interested in checking it out. And next up, the GPU we're getting is the RTX 5060. Obviously this is $339. That's kind of out of budget. It's not showing the option anymore, but I did actually pick it up for $316 on the used very good on Amazon. I'm pretty sure I was like the last person, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys like on eBay what it's going for. We search up RTX 5060, and yeah, we can see right here the exact same one. It's only $314 right here, sold from Newegg, so it's super reliable. So yeah, that's perfect. If you guys want to stay more in budget, make sure that you're getting it for around $300. I will say though that if you want to save up and upgrade to like the RX 9060 XT 16GB version, you're gonna be getting like double the FPS in maximum settings in games, saving up like $50 more for the GPU and getting it for around like $380, and you could probably get it used for cheaper than that. And it's definitely worth it to get a GPU like that. Make sure that you do not get the 9060 XT 16GB version confused with the 8GB version, because the performance difference is a very big gap. I was thinking about getting the 9060 XT 8GB version instead of the 5060 8GB version, but the 5060 actually outperforms it slightly from what I've seen. It's really not that big of a difference regardless, but yeah, we're going with the NVIDIA card. Just thought I'd tell you guys that because you can get like so much performance increase for only like $80 more. And if you can save up the money, it's really worth it. Next up, we're gonna be on Dark Flash's website. They have very good quality parts at a good price as well. We're gonna be getting the DPW 90M micro ATX case because obviously we got the micro ATX motherboard, wherever that is. Yeah, right here, as you can see, micro ATX. So it's gonna fit this case perfectly. It's also only 82 bucks. It looks insane. We're gonna get the black version, but as we can see, it does have the white version as well. But this is honestly a really good case. Comes with 4 pre-installed ARGB fans, so that's gonna help a lot with airflow. And yeah, it just looks really good. And then next up for the CPU cooler, we're actually gonna get this AIO CPU cooler from Dark Flash. A really good deal. It's only $73. I'm really happy with what I saw with the test on the performance, so that's what we're gonna be getting. We're also gonna get the black version. Obviously, if you got the white case, you'd probably want the white version. It's only around $70 for this AIO, so it's really worth it. It's gonna make the build look a lot better as well, while also cooling the CPU down as well. Lastly, from Dark Flash, we're gonna get this 750 fully modular power supply. Also, it comes in black or in white as well. We're gonna get black. It's only $80 for an 80+ gold certified PSU. That's really what you want in a power supply. It's gonna last you years on end, and it's gonna keep all your parts that you bought and spent good money on safe and running well. And since it's fully modular, we're gonna be able to plug in exactly what we need into the power supply, so we're not gonna have any leftover cables. It's gonna help a lot with cable management, as we'll see later on. And then next for this RAM, we're gonna get this DDR5 6000 megahertz 16GB RAM from Kingston. It has some RGB on it as well. This is a very good deal for used DDR5 RAM, especially at 6000 megahertz, so it's super fast. This PC that we're building is gonna be able to stream very easily, video edit it super easily as well. So if you guys want to try to find 32GB of RAM, I definitely recommend that if you're gonna be doing more intensive things on the PC. But 2 8GB sticks, dual channel RAM, 16GB is gonna work perfectly fine. We got this on eBay as well. This guy has 99.7% positive feedback with 4,500 reviews, so we're pretty confident in this purchase. Lastly, for the storage, this is all optional for you and how much storage you want. We're gonna be getting the 512GB version because I personally don't need more storage than that. But yeah, this is the Silicon Power right here. It's one of the best prices that I could find for M.2 NVMe SSDs. So yeah, that's what I'll be getting. I definitely recommend one of these variants for you as well. Lastly, right here, this is like really optional. This is just a $10 ARGB fan hub. I'm getting it because it makes it so I can organize the fans a little bit easier in the case while building. The motherboard that we're getting does have ARGB pins in here, and it does have fan slots obviously, but doing it this way ensures that we have enough slots, enough ARGB slots to power all of the fans. But it mainly just organizes everything and makes it so I can like change all of the RGB at once. I'm gonna get all these parts and just wait for them to come in. And yeah, let's just go ahead and cut to that. All right guys, everything just came in. We got so many boxes right here. It's like actually kind of crazy. I did already take the case out of the box because I literally could not fit the big old box. You guys can see it over there. Let's just go ahead and unbox this stuff so that we can see it. This right here is the graphics card. This is gonna be a lot easier if I just stand up, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, this is the graphics card, the RTX 5060 by Asus. Next up, we got whatever this is, and I'm pretty sure it's the CPU, but let's see. Yeah, it's the CPU. Yeah, the i5 14600K CPU right here. Dude, this PC build, this thing is gonna be so insane. We also got our SSD, but you know, we don't really need to unbox that right now. Also, I forgot to mention, this is some thermal paste. I'm not sure if we're gonna need it because I don't know if the CPU cooler comes with it pre-installed or not. You guys will find out later on in the video. But regardless, everything that I have linked down below in the description is exactly what you'll need for this build. So you guys can also reference that because I'll make it after I build the PC and I'll know exactly what you need. It has all this like padding on top, which is really good. Does it slide out this way? Okay, it does slide out this way. Nice. Right here in this first part is all of the brackets and stuff, depending on what CPU and stuff you got. So we have all of the stuff that we need for the Intel CPU in here. It's simply just mounting brackets for the motherboard. It's not as complicated as it looks, guys. Yeah, then right here we have our actual AIO inside of this box. It looks really good and sleek in person, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, actually I'm gonna leave it in this little foam thing until we're going to install it, but we'll get rid of this box over here. Next up, I think this is the RAM, but I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know what type of like package box this guy used, but it is not what I thought it was. So I was struggling to get it open for a second, but this is the RAM. And this seller, bro, this RAM, this RAM's not getting damaged. This is like 20 layers of bubble wrap, dude. Yeah, that's a lot of bubble wrap, bro. That is better than it getting damaged, I guess. But yeah, this is exactly what we ordered. Kingston Fury 16 gigabyte DDR5 6000 megahertz RAM. Box we actually have is, yeah, our motherboard, I guess. We got our IO shield, which, dude, I honestly, yeah, this is a 3D printed IO shield. So I'm guessing on Amazon, since it was the used version, it didn't come with like the original metal one. So the seller actually like got a 3D printed one instead. So I mean, that's fine with me. There's no difference. It's not gonna matter. So that's pretty cool. I've never had a 3D printed IO shield before. Yeah, here we go with our actual motherboard. We also got a little thank you card from computer headquarters. I guess it's just the headquarters for computers, but you know. Yeah, let's take out this motherboard carefully. But yeah, this is the motherboard. It's just crazy that we got this for $80 instead of $150. So that option should actually still be available for you guys as well, depending on how late you're watching this video. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's about it. We do have the RGB hub right here. We don't need to really unbox that either. But yeah, we got all the parts on here ready to go and ready to build this PC. So I guess let's just go ahead and get right into building the PC. All right, we got the motherboard here. I'm also using one of my own custom mouse pads just to like keep everything protected and soft underneath. First thing we're gonna do is install our CPU. So we can go ahead and grab that, take the CPU out, and we can see it right here. Open the little flap as well. Also, if we look closely, we can see there's like this little corner on the corner of the CPU. Every CPU has it. It just indicates where to actually install it in the motherboard because we can see we also have the little arrow right here on the motherboard. So first thing we're gonna do is just grab this little lever and unhook it from the side, flip it up. Then we can grab this and just tilt it up and grab our CPU as well. You can also hold it by the corner since it is a pretty delicate PC part and we don't want to damage anything. Basically, just line up that corner of the CPU with the corner in the motherboard. So it's that simple. Line it up and drop it in. And it should literally just fall in place. You can also like slightly wiggle it. And if the arrows are lined up, then that means it's in place. You guys will feel it. So yeah, next we're gonna flip this down. We can actually just take this thing off because it's kind of in the way. Then we can just grab the lever and then push it underneath the little thing. It's gonna be kind of hard to push down, but don't worry, it's supposed to be tight like that. Now we're actually gonna go right onto the CPU AIO cooler. We're gonna grab the little white box that came inside of it and then also grab out our Intel things. It also does come with its own thermal paste. So what I said earlier about the thermal paste, it comes with it so you guys don't have to worry about getting it separately. They are all labeled though. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they say AMD or Intel on the packages. So just grab the Intel ones and we can put all the AMD ones back inside since we have an Intel motherboard. Now we're gonna grab the bracket that has like the 3M tape on it and we're gonna simply flip upside down our motherboard, peel off the little protective layer for the tape, and then we are just going to slide it in these 4 little holes. It's as simple as that, and we can push down just a little bit on the edges to make sure that it's stuck. Now we're gonna grab the blue little standoff things that say Intel 17XX and open them up. Then we're simply just going to screw them onto the thing we just placed through the middle. You really can just slide them all the way down until they're down like that, and they should be pretty flush with the board afterwards. Now we're actually gonna install the RAM. We're gonna install the AIO later once the motherboard is in the case because it's a little bit easier that way. So we can take both of our RAM sticks out now, and then we want to install them in the 2nd and the 4th slot. They're both gray. The reason why it has to be the 2nd and 4th slot is so we can utilize dual channel RAM because those are the slots for dual channel. It just makes your RAM run a lot faster and better together. So we're gonna install it. Usually the logo faces on the right, but if you guys want to tell, you can just see a little notch in the middle, and then there's a notch on the RAM stick, and it only goes in one way. So you just slide it on top, and you push down, and you'll see the little thing click back once you push it down, just like that. And you can also hear it click in. Do the same thing for the 2nd one. just like that. Now we're going to actually unscrew this little M.2 thing because we're gonna install our SSD next. All right, one side is up, now the other, and then we can slide it off. Now we can definitely see where the motherboard was used. Normally it would have a blue little piece of tape where you just take the piece of tape off and then it reveals this, which you wanna make sure that you do, and we can see that it's already been taken off here because it's been used before. Now next what we'd wanna do is install our standoff for the M.2. As we can see in this one, it has already been installed because it's this little cylinder-like thing, which just screws in right here. We'd wanna be doing that, but it's already there, so we don't have to. We can take out this SSD now though, and then install it by literally just like clicking it in just like this on the left, and then it lowers down right here on that little standoff. Then we can take our bag that came with the motherboard, and it actually includes that standoff and the screw that we'll need to screw it in. Like I said, we do not need the standoff, so we can simply grab the little screw. It's actually so tiny, but I'll show you guys. I don't even know if it's focused right now, but that's what it looks like. It's actually so tiny. But we literally just push it down and then screw it in. And then it's that simple. Your SSD is now installed. Actually, I just realized that the heatsink screw is meant to screw in both the M.2 and the heatsink, so we can actually unscrew the M.2 screw that we screwed in. But if you're not using a heatsink, then that is obviously how to install the M.2 without it. Now we can actually screw the heatsink in to those slots. Just like that, and now it's installed. I actually am going to install the AIO now. It's probably actually easier to do it this way than installing it in the case. And what we need to do is actually grab this little bracket thing where the holes are like in a square formation. You guys can just test it out by lining it up and seeing if it fits in, which it does. So literally all we do is grab the AIO. Then there's these little gaps here, which we place these little gaps on. You basically just slide it over that and then turn it right so it secures. It's that simple. Now the next step is to grab the thermal paste that we had from the AIO, which came with it. Going to unscrew the little top off of it. Going to take the packaging off of it. Then we just take off the little black top of it. And then what we want to do is just kind of add like a little pea-sized amount, which I'll show you guys how much that is. Put it out just like this, and just like that. That looks like it's a good amount, but we're actually going to use the spreader because why not? It actually makes it easier and we can know for sure that we have enough that way. So literally all we're doing is just spreading it evenly across the CPU. If you didn't want to do this, the AIO is automatically going to like spread it out once you place it down, but I thought I'd do it because I've never really spread it out this way before. I'm not really doing the best job at it though because it's sticking to the spreader. Once you have it pretty well spread out, that's pretty much all you have to do, but I'm just going to add a little bit extra down here just to make sure I have every part covered whenever it is seated down. And yeah, now there we go. That should be more than enough. Now we're going to put the AIO on top using the mounting screw packet that it came with. So we're going to line the AIO on top, but before you do that, you want to make sure that you peel off this thing. It literally says warning, peel off. So make sure you peel this thing off before you install it on top of the CPU. Now we're going to line it up so the pumps are on the right and the cable is on the left. We can line it up just like this. You can also probably feel the thermal paste spreading a little bit if you didn't spread it out. Yeah, we're going to install these standoffs now corner by corner. I wouldn't fully tighten all of them. I would kind of tighten them just a little bit on each side so that the thermal paste can evenly spread out. Do that and then you just tighten them each one by one a little bit tighter. I'm gonna do it with this screwdriver though because it's a little bit easier. All right, there we go. Now they are all tightened in. All right, so now we're actually gonna move this out of the way and then we're gonna get our case together so we can get rid of all this other trash. We can take our case here and what we want to do is open at the back, so there's just two little screws on the side which we can take off, and now it should just slide off. Yep, you can see everything right here. We also have all of the case stuff we'll need in this little plastic bag which we can untie. This little bag is going to have like all the case screws and anything else we'll need for the actual case, but we're also going to make sure that like all of these like metal cable ties are gone and out of the case because it is a really small chance, but it can actually short circuit your computer, so you just want to get rid of all these metal cable ties. Now I'm going to take off the glass side panels because we're going to need to get inside of here to install our motherboard. Just slides off, pretty simple. I don't think this other one comes off, but we don't really need it to, so it's all right. Now I'm going to quickly install the IO shield. You just take it from the inside of the case and then push it out this way. This 3D printed one does not seem to stay. Like it goes in and then it just like falls out. Usually they'll click in, so I'm not sure what that's about. So I might not even use it, to be honest. You really don't need an IO shield, but it's just there for like extra protection and like dust coverage or something. It's really not a big deal if you don't have one, but if you have an IO shield and it's not a 3D printed one that doesn't really work, then just push it in and it'll click in. Next up, we're going to want to install the motherboard into the case, but we actually need two more standoffs right here, which came in the bag that was in the case. They just look like this right here, and then we're simply just gonna screw them into where they're not at already. Then after doing that, we're able to place our motherboard on top of them. And yeah, after that, we're gonna install these screws into those standoffs that we just placed the motherboard on top of. Let's do it to focus. There we go. They just go into all these like little holes on the outer edges of the motherboard. We got the last one in this corner over here, and there we go. Now the motherboard is secured to the case. Now for the cable that's coming out of the AIO, we're just gonna go ahead and install it because why not? We're gonna do a little bit of cable management by putting it in like the back of our case and having it come out the side. It's the RGB port for the AIO. So we're just gonna grab it and plug it into one of the white ARGB ports in our motherboard. So we can line it up and simply just plug it in, just like that. And I might honestly end up switching some of them because like I said, I do have the hub, but honestly, I don't even know if I'll use it yet, I'll see. Next, we're gonna grab this radiator and install it right here to the top of the case. So we can flip the case like this, take off the mesh thing. We're gonna grab our radiator screws that came with the AIO, and then we're going to screw it into the top here. We also wanna make sure that these tubes are on the right side when we're installing it to the top. Can also get the cables out of the way. Just slides in like that. We're gonna line the top part up with these second little like notches here on the case. And yeah, we're just gonna screw it in now. Now we're gonna take the cables that come out of the right side. We're gonna grab the like thicker cable one. We're gonna plug the one that looks like this with the 4 pins into the CPU fan right here on the top, just like that. And then this 3-pin one is also another RGB one for the actual RGB effects. So we're gonna grab it and plug it into the white port right here, which says add_gen 2. We'll plug it in there as well, just like that. There's also one more of those 4-pin things, which is for the fans. So we're gonna plug that into the one right beside the CPU one. It just says CPU_OPT. So plug that one in there. Now we're actually going to install our power supply into the case. It's gonna mount right here. So let's just go ahead and unbox this. Dude, it literally comes with a glove if you want to wear it while you're installing it. That's actually pretty cool. But here we have all the cables for the motherboard in this bag, and then we have the actual power supply itself. And I said motherboard, I meant power supply. And there's nothing plugged into it, but that's because all the stuff that plugs into it is in this right here. So we can actually just choose what we need, and we won't have any excess cables. All we're gonna do is take out 3 cables right now. We're gonna grab the really big one with a 24 pin right here. Go ahead and install that. So what we want to do is grab the side that has the 2 openings on it. We'll plug in the 24 pin in the MB slot right here. Make sure it clicks in, and then we'll grab the other part and plug it in right next to it. Now we're gonna grab one of the cables that says PCIe right here and then plug it in. I'll show you guys where. When you take it out of the cable ties, there is 2 ends. One end has like no separation, and then the other end has like parts where it can actually separate, as we can see. So what we're gonna do is plug in the part that doesn't have any like separated cables on it, and it's all together. We're gonna plug it in right here into the PCIe and just plug it in like that. Now we're gonna grab out one of the cables that says CPU on it, and it's the same thing with the PCIe. The part that can come undone is the part we're gonna plug into our motherboard. So we take the other part that can't come undone and plug it into our power supply, just like that. We're actually gonna install one more thing because we do need a SATA power. So right here where it says peripheral/SATA, we're gonna take one of the cables in here. There's 2 of these cables are the same exact thing, but they just have like these SATA connections, as we can see. They look like this, but whichever one you grab that has that on there, we're going to take the end that has the 6 pins and plug it into right here where it says peripheral/SATA. Just like that. And now all the power supply cables are done, and we can actually just screw it into the side of our case. So we'll do that. But we're also gonna screw it into the side with the screws that look like this, which come with the case as well. So we also want to make sure our fan is facing the back side of the case, since the back panel does actually have mesh. So we simply are just going to screw this in. All right, and now that we got it screwed in, it should be pretty secure. You know, I hope so, if you screwed it correctly. Now we got all of these cables coming out of the back of our computer right now, and it's honestly very simple. So let me just show you guys. It's literally just all of the like case cables that come from the top of the case, like our power button, our USB ports right here. Then we have all the power supply cables, and then we just have all of the other fan cables for the fans that were already installed in the case. The first thing we're gonna do is our power supply cables. So we're gonna grab our 24 pin motherboard cable, which is just the big fat one, like the only one that looks like that. We're going to route it in the front of our case and literally just plug it into the big slot on the side, on the right side right here, just like this. And it will be pretty snug, but you'll see it's flush, it's plugged in. Now next step, we're gonna grab the one that says CPU, and we're also gonna route that through the top of the case. And we're just gonna plug it into the top left 8 pin right here. Make sure it's the one that says CPU though, because PCIe one and the CPU one look really similar. Make sure it just says CPU. Now next, we would install our PCIe cables, but those are actually for the graphics card, which we are not installing yet. We're gonna do that like at the very end, so we can hold off on this cable for now. And then we can also hold off for these SATA cables as well. Next up, we're gonna do the group of cables that come from all these top ports, like I was talking about earlier, like the power button, USBs, and like all that. Take these cables, and we're gonna plug these in next. All right, so first we're gonna grab this like really thick one that has HD audio and USB labeled on it. We're gonna take that and put it through the bottom of our case. Now we're just gonna plug in our HD audio one on the very, very bottom left where it says AAFP. Plug the HD audio one in there. Then we're gonna take our USB one and plug it into the USB_7E5 right here, just like that. Now we can hide our cables a little bit. Next up, we're gonna grab all these like super tiny cables. There's a bunch of them, and we're gonna route them on the bottom of our case. These are gonna go right here on the left side of this like little group of the panels, and I'll show you guys exactly that chart that I'm talking about while I'm plugging it in, because it's very hard for me to show you guys with them being this small. Power LED plus one is the very top left. Power LED minus is to the right of that one. Now the one that says HD LED LED. We're gonna flip upside down. Writing is facing down. We're gonna plug it right below those two we just plugged in. Now our power switch is right next to those power LEDs. And before we go on to the very last like small connector, I want to show you guys this little LED thing right here. So if we want this LED button to actually change our LED lights in the case, we're gonna take the LED switch and plug it into where the reset switch would go. The only trade-off is if you want to do this, then you just won't have an actual reset switch. Instead, it will just be the LED switch that when you hit the button, it changes the LED. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take that and route it through the bottom and then just plug it in right underneath there. But now our last case cable is our USB 3.0. It's the blue one right here. We're gonna take that and put it to the like kind of the middle part of the case. You might be able to see the notches. The notches go on the right side and then we plug it into this port that's right beside the RAM. Now we have the last group of cables, which is just the fan cables. So coming out of this case, all the fan cables literally just lead to 3 cables. It's this SATA cable right here, and then there is an RGB cable, and then there's this other cable which we don't need. We're just gonna take the SATA cable and plug it into the SATA that we had in our power supply. So it's just like this. Now we're gonna take this 3-pin RGB cable and then plug it into one of the white ports on our motherboard. There's 2 open ones on the bottom, so we can just choose one of those. We're gonna put it on the one on the right. It says add_gen 2, so we're gonna plug it in there. Now it's time to actually install our graphics card. Some premium packaging right here. Yeah, here we go. Here we got our graphics card. We're gonna take off the plastic while we're here. Just like that. I think, oh no, we got some more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Then we also have some on the top. We also have some on the side right here as well. Then lastly on the top. There we go. Now what we're gonna wanna do is remove this little protective thing on the GPU so that that's exposed, because that is what goes into the motherboard. And then also we're gonna have to take off these like first 2 side brackets so the GPU can fit. So all we do is just push it in from the outside, and then we can kind of just like wiggle it until it snaps off. Then we've got to take this thing off of the side so the GPU can fit as well. So we can just unscrew it like this, and it comes off just like that. Now next up, to install the GPU, all we have to do is just go to the first slot, silver right here, and open this thing up by just pushing it. Then we're gonna line this up, make sure the fans are facing down, and then click it in. It's really just like that simple. Push down, you guys will hear it click. Just like that. I'm also gonna take off the AIO sticker, just so we don't forget. Then we're gonna take these screws that came with the case. It's the same ones we used for the power supply, but we're gonna use them to screw in the GPU on the side of the case right here. There we go, we screwed it in, and now I'm also gonna take off the plastic on all the other fans because I did not do that before. Got some right here, here, and right here. Now we can actually use the PCIe power cable from the power supply. We're gonna route that to the bottom of the case again. Then it simply just plugs into the graphics card like that. It'll click in. You can also route the other ones below it so it looks a bit cleaner. And just like that, guys, you have finished building the computer. Hopefully it works now. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna also take off all the other plastic wrapping. And there you guys go. You've literally built the entire computer. We're gonna test it out though first before we cable manage and put everything all the case back together. We need to plug in our power supply now. And yeah, this is really like the moment of truth. So I'll go ahead and put it here and turn it on, hit the power button. Always want to make sure your power supply is on. There we go. Just like that, all the RGB is turned on. This actually looks insane, bro. And also the power supply being turned on is like the line I had on the circle earlier, which is why I didn't turn on. Take off this plastic. This PC case, once everything is powered on, it actually looks so much better than I thought. But yeah, everything works. We're gonna turn it off and then put everything back together. Now here's the part where you could do some cable managing, but honestly, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna put them back here. Grab our back panel, slide this thing back on. Now the question is, where are those screws? Okay, there we go. I actually found them a lot quicker. Can also grab our glass panel and slide this back on as well. Take this off, plastic. I also forgot to put the little GPU cover thing back on, so let's just do that really quickly as well. All right, there we go. PC is complete, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys really, really quickly how to install Windows on a USB drive so you can actually boot up this PC into Windows. So yeah, let's just get right into that. All right, guys, as we can see, we have it set up right here. It genuinely looks so clean right here, the case and everything and like all the RGB, but we can't actually use the computer right yet. As we can see, if we boot it up, it's literally just in the BIOS, so that's really all we can do. And it's because we do not have Windows installed on the computer. So it's super simple and super easy to do. All we need to do is grab a flash drive, at least 8 gigabytes, as this one we can see right here is 8 gigabytes. And then we also have to have another computer. Any computer that you guys have will work. It doesn't matter how good it is, but yeah, let me show you guys how to install it really quick. All that we're gonna do do on our other computer is just search up literally Windows installation media. You'll see the option right here, it just says create installation media for Windows. You want to click on that. Then once you click on that, you'll see this little option right here, go to the Windows 11 site. We click on that. Then all we really have to do is scroll down to where it says create Windows 11 installation media, then just hit download now. Now we can grab our flash drive and plug it into the computer that we are on. And also make sure that everything important that you want on the flash drive you've already taken off, because it will remove everything on the flash drive. So anything important, make sure that you remove it. We're just gonna open up the installation media that we installed. Then there'll be some like on-screen instructions. It'll just say yes or no, just hit yes. The screen recorder won't show it, so you guys won't see what I see for a second, but just hit yes. And now we're basically just gonna accept and say yes to like everything that pops up. And that's pretty much how it is for like this whole process, but we're just gonna hit next again. Select the USB flash drive option, hit next. Then you want to make sure that the flash drive that you actually plugged in is showing up. We're gonna click on it and then hit next. Now it's installing Windows onto that flash drive, and it will probably take a little bit. It kind of depends on like your internet connection, but yeah, we're gonna wait for this to finish and I'll tell you guys what happens next. And all right, it just finished, so we can literally just hit finish in the bottom right. There we go. So we could actually just remove our flash drive now because it is ready. And what we're gonna do is actually power off our PC because we want to boot it up while this is plugged in. So it's completely turned off. We're gonna plug it into a USB port in this PC. Well, that's the wrong way. Bro, that wasn't the wrong way. Dude, I hate USB ports so much. There we go. All right. Now literally all we're just gonna do is boot up the PC, and it honestly should just boot straight into like the Windows startup screen. But if it doesn't, it'll boot into the BIOS, and I'll show you guys how to fix that. So as we can see, it is booting up now. This is what we saw earlier, no difference. But now here we go. We can see it's a blue screen, and I'll go ahead and take it off for you guys. And it shows your Windows 11 setup right here. And all you do is just follow these on-screen instructions. I'll go ahead and show you guys like the very simple ones real quick. You just want to make sure that it shows install Windows 11 on my PC. Really quickly though, right before I do that, I do want to show you guys what it will look like if it doesn't boot up to like this screen. So I turn the PC off. I'm going to turn it right back on though and show you guys, because some of you might not get that boot up screen on Windows. It's very rare not to, but some of you might get. But some of you guys might get this BIOS screen right here. All you want to do if you get a BIOS screen is just go to the advanced settings in like the bottom right. Then you just want to go to boot, and then just make sure that underneath boot configuration that you're actually on the flash drive and it's not on anything else. If it's on the flash drive, it'll work. All you have to do is hit exit and then save changes and reset. Then it'll boot back into the Windows screen that we just saw. But yeah, like I said, make sure that it has installed Windows 11 and then just agree to everything, hit next. Make sure that when you're actually selecting the location to install Windows 11, you have it on the PC SSD and not the bootable flash drive, because obviously we do not want Windows installing on our flash drive. We want it on the PC. So make sure we have it on the SSD that's on your PC. It should be the one that's like the higher gigabyte, and it should also just be the one that says unallocated space. So click that and then just click next. And yeah, then you're good to go, and you'll just hit install and Windows will install just like that. And then you can set up your Windows or sign into your Windows however you want to do it, because you know it's your own Windows account. But yeah, that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and test this thing out in some games. I genuinely think this PC is gonna perform absolutely insane. I mean, it looks insane as well. Like only $800 for this build. Kind of crazy. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take this thing into some games. All right guys, so we're in the game right now. The first game that we're gonna be testing is pretty easy. We're just gonna start her off with Valorant, just because I want to see how much FPS they can get in Valorant. So yeah, let's just go ahead and load into this game. All right, just spawned in, and I mean, we're looking at around 500 FPS just standing here. I mean, obviously we're not really shooting at anybody or anything, but still, actually, no, still it's like 400 to 500 FPS. This is kind of insane, bro. Literally getting like 530 right now, but yeah, let's see what we can do here. There we go, there's one. Dude, I hear people everywhere. I do not know which way to look. Like there's someone literally around this corner. Oh my gosh, and someone here. Dude, I can't, bro, this game drives me crazy. Oh my gosh, I just spawned the guy. Oh, bro, dude, I swear this is so annoying. Come on, where are these guys at, bro? Wow, what a head tap. What a head tap. What a head tap. Oh, up here? Come on, please. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Oh my God, there's another one. I can't do anything. Wait, no way. Bro, I was just dodging his bullets, dude. Oh my, dude. That was actually kind of clean. I don't care that I'm getting like shot at from every direction. That kill was kind of clean. Another one. Another one. There's more. I know there's more. There's always more, every direction. Yep, right there. I really don't want to take too much time in this game though. Like, it's Valorant. Like, there's nothing to really test or compare. Like, we're getting well over 400 FPS, like, pretty easily in this game. Nice little kill there. Oh, way down here as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. But I mean, yeah, like underneath this thing right here, we're able to get like 550. So Valorant is not that intensive of a game, to be honest. So yeah, let's just get a few more kills and we'll go on to the next game. Oh, well, the game's over. So I guess we can go on to this next game now. Sounds good. All right, so we're in Fortnite right now. I'm gonna just test out maximum settings first. Like we're gonna do the maximum that we can possibly do, ray tracing and everything. So yeah, let's turn that on like that. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I think everything is on maximum. We're gonna have DLSS on quality as well for this test. And yeah, let's just load it to a battle royale game. All right guys, dropping in right now. I mean, FPS looks to be around 100. I will land though first. The lighting is actually crazy though. These graphics are insane. Like just look at like the effect of like the lights right here in the trees and everything. This game looks, dude, it's a whole different game on ray tracing, I gotta say. We're not in the zone, so I kind of want to make it quick, but it looks like on maximum settings ray tracing with DLSS on quality, we're able to get like 93 FPS, 90 FPS. That's really, even almost 100 basically. That's really good. There's no issues playing whatsoever, and as you can see, the GPU and the CPU temperatures are very, very cool. So yeah, this case has great airflow. The AIO we got from Dark Flash is very good performance, as we can see. And yeah, I mean, GPU is getting plenty of air as well, so that's very good. I do want to do one more test, and that's setting DLSS to performance. So this is technically the maximum FPS that you can get on the highest ray tracing settings. And yeah, it looks like it brings it up by about 10 FPS. So we're able to play at 100 FPS with DLSS on performance. If we walk around and stuff, it's around 80 to 90 FPS, which is still really good. Like, I'm honestly still blown away from these graphics. I did not realize like how good Fortnite actually looked on ray tracing, but yeah, zone's coming now. But yeah, even in the storm and everything, like just look at the storm effects. It's just crazy. I'm gonna stop talking about it though. I mean, as we can see, Fortnite performs exceptionally well in ray tracing, and I'm gonna take it into performance mode. So yeah, let's see how much FPS we can get on that. All right, so we're in creative right now, and it looks like the maximum FPS that we're able to get, if we look straight up, is about 550 FPS, which is genuinely insane, bro. Even going to like 570 right there for a second. So yeah, this is crazy, dude. I think at this point, I mean, if you have a high like refresh rate monitor, it's genuinely unfair. Like, dude, this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, obviously there is no issues in creative at all. So let's just go ahead and take this into a game. See if we can get a good gameplay for you guys. I hope. Bro, 800, I just saw 800, almost 900 FPS in the battle bus right there. That's genuinely insane. There's someone in here. I don't know if I should just rush them or whatever, but we're kind of already doing it currently, so might as well. Oh my gosh, he's a tryhard. That's not good. Whoa, okay. That was the worst probably fight I've ever done in my life. I'm not gonna lie, I got stuck under my ramp. Hold on, let me lock in. I'm not that bad, I promise, guys. I promise. I'm not sure why I can't find one shotgun anywhere in this map, bro, but let's hopefully this has one right here just to save us. There we go. All right, that works. That actually works. That's something. Oh, we're getting absolutely crazy rush right now. 89 on him. Oh my, what a hip fire headshot. That is crazy. 23. Dude, you are 1 HP, actually. And we're getting shot at from other people. Chill out, man. 42, there we go, we got him. Dude, this guy was a master runner, bro. I can't even hear this PC running like at all. It's literally dead silent, so that's awesome. It's a bunch of fighting going on over here. Why not try to join it? 22, I hit him for so much. Oh gosh, 101, bro. That's just unfortunate, I guess, bro. It was also just like an extremely bad play on my part. I don't know why I even tried to edit like that. We're getting rushed, and we have 1 shotgun ammo. That's really not fun at all, whatsoever. Oh, he's cracked. Oh my gosh, no way. I don't have bullets for this. He's gonna heal, isn't he? Oh my gosh. What a kill, bro, what a kill. Dude, I didn't have a shotgun or nothing. Bro, what? There's someone just right here. He's just like, AFK. Oh, what? Bro, I'm getting bamboozled over here. What is even that? He's wanting to do a whole edit course on me, but he just got hit for a bunch in the head and a bunch in the side and a bunch in the back. Yep, I don't know what you're trying to do, bro, but I will surely take your purple spaz and all your loot. Let's go. He's trying to come back in the zone. That is wild. He's actually gonna use loot. I think he's gonna die though. Oh, 60, come on. Dead. Yep, get out of here, bro. What a play. Is this the dude from the zone shooting at me right now? Are you serious? Are we serious, brother? Are we serious? I'm just gonna trap you in the zone a little bit there because you're being weird. Oh, and I'm 1 HP. I didn't realize I had that low of health. Oh, I got him. But we're dead, aren't we? Oh, okay, we're about to be dead though. We're so low. 173, come on. Yes, let's go, dude. Yes, please have a grappler. Please have a grappler. No, okay, he does have some sort of movement though. We will take this. Someone really rushing us right now. Got him. Let's go, dude. We're actually kind of popping off. Got him. Let's go, dude. What a match, bro. First game on this PC. It was not looking good, but we clutched up. that guy gave us a free spaz, and that's really all we needed. We really just ran out of mats as well, so that's so clutch. Averaging like 300 to 400 FPS, I'm pretty sure that, I mean, Fortnite's easily runnable, clearly, and yeah. Let's take it onto Warzone though, because it is a little bit more intensive than that, and we really want to test this PC out to see what, you know, graphically intensive games it can run. I will be doing more games than just Warzone after this, but yeah, let's take it to Warzone. All right, right now we're in Warzone. It is all those settings, and I did not expect this, but we are getting 350 FPS. That is, I don't think I've had that much FPS in Warzone, like, ever. That is insane. We have DLSS on quality, but still, 350 on Warzone, that's crazy. Right here already, nice. Dude, we'll take that, another one. Yo, 2 kills right off the bat, bro. We'll take that. I will say, like playing Warzone at this high FPS is actually so much more fun, bro. Because like I'm used to playing it like FPS that is like maybe like 150 or something, and just having this much FPS, you can just tell. You can just tell there's nothing to worry about, and it literally does anything you want it to do. There's no stutters. Okay, I don't know exactly where he's at, but I do also just want to do a quick little FPS test on different settings. So I'm gonna try to find a safe place to do that. Hopefully right here it's safe enough. We're gonna actually be in this corner. So about 340 FPS on low settings, DLSS quality. Changing DLSS to ultra performance, we are able to hit 365. It's really not that much of a difference visually either. So now let's put it on maximum settings though. I want to see how much FPS we can get on maximum in here. Literally extreme, set the graphics preset to extreme. DLSS we will put on quality. And yeah, literally everything is on ultra and high. Let's just apply that. Still 260? Are we serious? Bro, that's actually insane. Ultra settings, we're still getting this much. Like even looking at the gun detail is crazy. Let's put it back down to low and we're gonna get some kills here. How did he know I was right here? Bro. All right, he's dead. How did he, like, bro, he was like waiting for me. I wasn't even moving around. He might have had like a heartbeat sensor thingy. Person over here. Oh my gosh, we lit him up. He's lit up. He's getting pushed by the gas as well, so I think this is a perfect opportunity to push him. Come out right here. All right, there are people literally every direction around me right now, so I'm kind of just trying to get away from here. I don't really have the best of loot, but it'll be all right. Bro was literally just staring at me up there. I lit him up. So maybe he won't rush me. I still can't believe we're getting this much FPS. I did not expect this much, bro. Dude, I'm getting so many people low, but I just can't finish them all. Probably camping waiting for me, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I just got jump scared. I got him though. I don't know how he was so quiet sneaking up on me like that. Outplayed, absolutely outplayed. Oh no, 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 no. I had to say that, bro. I would have easily killed this guy. I was reloading. I didn't know there was 2 people. Oh, dude. Okay, I did outplay the first guy, all right? I just didn't know there was another one. Nice. We got the guy that killed us. Take our gun back. Actually, that's not our gun, but I'll take that gun too. And there's no respawns either, so we got the last laugh. Let's go. No, no. I knew it. I knew it. Bro, I don't know what's going on with these people, but I swear, oh, they're walking like that. I was wondering how I don't hear anybody. That was a pretty good gameplay though. I mean, 360 FPS, you could really have a 360 hertz monitor and play Warzone on 360 FPS and see it. So that's crazy. Let's actually take this into a very intensive game, Cyberpunk, and we're gonna really stress this PC out and see how much FPS we can pull out on some ray tracing Cyberpunk. Everything's on overdrive settings right now, literally like the maximum settings we can do. We're gonna put DLSS to a balance. I think that's pretty fair. And then we'll also have DLSS frame generation on. We're gonna work our way up, but right now we're gonna have it on 2x for the frame generation. So let's apply that. And yeah, see how much FPS we can get in this game on this PC. So right now it was like 100 FPS on maximum settings in Cyberpunk. So genuinely that's already insane. Like no issues at all playing this game on maximum settings. It looks so good. You guys know Cyberpunk, like just look at these graphics. We're even able to get like 110, 115 right now. So yeah, but let's work our way up though. Let's put it to 3x on the frame generation, see if that changes anything. We were at 115 before. Definitely changed something, bro. Oh my goodness, 160? Dude, what? Let's put it to 4x. I swear, if we're hitting 200 on high, dude. Guys, I'm not even over exaggerating. We are on maximum settings right now and we just have a couple of the frame generation settings on. It looks the same and we're getting 200 FPS. Our temperatures are super good as well. And this game is just buttery smooth on overdrive ray tracing settings. This is genuinely insane. I don't care how many times I gotta say it, this is insane. I do wanna do a test though. I wanna put everything to all the way low settings and see what we get then. And we may have to restart our game though, I don't know. But we don't have to actually restart our game. So that's actually pretty helpful. Let's put these all the way low though. We got a little couple of these settings trying to sneak up on us. Everything's all the way low. We have ultra performance DLSS on. I wonder if we're gonna break 300. I wonder if we're gonna do that. I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, bro. 460 FPS. Yeah, crazy. I mean, it is low settings, but still, that's just crazy to have this much FPS in Cyberpunk. It's honestly useless. It's honestly not even, there's no point of it, but I mean, hey, this is genuinely crazy. Like, there's a police officer. I wonder, okay, I won't shoot at him. Honestly, I really, for the content. Why are my shots going through his head? What is going on? Hey guys, I do not encourage that behavior. All right, I'm just gonna put that out there. Don't encourage that. But yeah, this game runs perfect. I mean, even though it's one of the most intensive games you can run, even on overdrive settings, this is amazing. Oh, we got another police officer shooting at us. Oh, we got the whole police officer shooting at us. Okay, let's get away. My bad. I did kill your bro. I do apologize for that. Like, I knew this PC was gonna be good. And it's really good spec, solid spec, very great $800 build, but this is really surprising me. So I'm gonna try another game. I'm not sure exactly which one yet, but I will find one and I'll just see you guys there. All right, I figured why not Minecraft? We gotta test out Minecraft. I'm gonna create a new world in creative and just show you guys the FPS. It's already creating the world. It's actually so fast. Spawning in with a casual 600 FPS and stuff isn't even rendered yet. So that's kind of crazy. Flying across everything while stuff is rendering in, we're still getting well over 400. Then when we fly over stuff that's already rendered, it's like 800. So it's just, yeah, this thing is crazy. I mean, Minecraft, it's not a hard game to run, but still, it's crazy to see this high of FPS though, honestly. Like, it looks like for casual gameplay, you're like around 800 to 900 FPS. And then if you were to take it into like some caves or something, it literally goes to like 1300. I do want to try to find like an actual cave though, not just dig straight down. Like I said, it is Minecraft, but we don't have any optimizations done whatsoever. And I think we are on we're on fancy settings. We're not even on low settings at all. Like, we literally have no optimizations done at all to this PC or to Minecraft. We have no mods installed whatsoever, not even Optifine. So the fact that we're getting this much FPS, we could probably get like 2000 easily. I think we can even reach 2000 if we dig underneath the map though. I mean, even though we're not gonna ever do that, I do want to see the maximum FPS we can get. Hold up, this is a big cave. I'm gonna find some diamonds real quick. Found some. It was literally like right where we dropped in, but there are some diamonds. How many? 1, 2. All right, we're underneath the map in Bedrock right now. We're gonna glide over just randomly somewhere and just look down. All right, so about 1500 FPS is what we're looking at here. That's still pretty crazy, dude. Wow. All right, so yeah, you guys saw it for yourselves. This PC is genuinely insane and it looks absolutely insane as well. Hold on, let me take off the side panel for you guys. Just look at this thing, like $800 budget, and you're able to get something like this in 2025. This is such a good build, and we really did save a lot of money by just getting like a used motherboard and stuff. So, but yeah, honestly, this build is literally like a 10 out of 10 build. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna have every single part linked down below so you guys can actually build it for yourselves and follow along in this video if you guys want to. This chair that I'm sitting in is literally the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in my life, and I'm not just saying that. You guys saw it earlier, but this chair is like so premium and so comfortable. I've just like never sat in anything like it. The link to it will be in the description as well, guys, so make sure you check it out. Also, one more thing, there's all my custom mouse pads right there. They're only $25 if you guys are interested in them. I was using it right here in this gameplay. They're super good quality, super good glide as well. And if you're interested, they're down below in the description, only 25 bucks. And you can get any custom design you want for absolutely free. You just DM me on Discord and yeah, we'll get it set up. And then last thing, but definitely not least, this is the verse of the day right here. And I'll give you guys a second to read it as well. It's generally such a good verse, bro. It's the greatest news in the world right there. We can all spend eternity in heaven because of what Jesus did for us, dying on the cross for our sins. But yeah, guys, make sure to look into that. Jesus does want a relationship with every single one of you guys, and he is real. Go ahead and try it out for yourself. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all whatsoever, leave them down below in the comments and I'll answer them right away. And yeah, guys, there's also a video here and here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.